Hey guys, I'm Charlie, and this is my channel WorthyTube. Today I'm talking about my book, The Undeniable God, A Simple Defense for Christianity, and more specifically, I'm going to focus on how our universe must have been created by God to exist. So it's an argument from my book that is really fun, so I'm excited to talk about it. So the argument goes like this. Every finite thing must come from an infinite and eternal source. The universe is made of finite things. Therefore, the universe must have an infinite and eternal source. Now, since God is the only thing that could be infinite, there must be a God who created the universe. So let's define a couple terms real quick. Infinity is the idea of something that is boundless or limitless. Something infinite cannot be measured. It's kind of like the idea of eternal, which is something outside of time, meaning it's always existed. Keep in mind that no physical thing could be infinite or eternal because every physical thing can be counted or timed, so it's disqualified from being infinite or eternal. On the other hand, something that is finite describes all physical things. It's the idea that something is limited, meaning it had a beginning. It is also countable. It can be measured or timed. It's actually the opposite of infinity. So to repeat myself, the argument goes like this. Everything in the universe must have an infinite and eternal source, meaning God. This is because the universe is composed of finite things, meaning the universe and everything in it is limited and had a beginning. Therefore, the universe must have come from something infinite and eternal. Otherwise, the universe cannot exist at all. So think about it like this. Everything in the universe is composed of space, time, and matter. These things are finite or limited, like a pancake, for example. It exists in space, like on a plate. It also exists within time, meaning I can count how long it's existed. It's also made of matter, which in this case is pancake batter. Now, because a pancake is made of space, time, and matter, it is finite and must have been created by an infinite and eternal source. In the same way, the universe is composed of space, time, and matter, so something outside of these limits must have created it. To say it another way, something beyond the universe must have created the universe. And since God is the only being that could exist outside of the universe, he is the only one that qualifies. To sum up, because the universe is finite, something infinite must have created it, and since God is the only possible infinite or eternal source, he must exist. Now, many atheists will try to argue that somehow the universe created itself, or that there are an infinite number of universes, or that the universe has expanded and contracted an infinite number of times. Now, basically, they're trying to say that somehow the universe has always existed. But this is actually impossible because the universe is composed of space, time, and matter. These things are finite, meaning they had a beginning. You cannot have an infinite number of finite things. At one point, the first finite thing did not exist. So the universe cannot be infinite or eternal. It's a contradiction. So even if the universe has, say, expanded and contracted 1,000,000 times, the process itself must have had a beginning for it to exist. So something infinite and eternal must have started it, meaning God must be behind it all, ultimately. So, okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. You can check out my Amazon page where you can get a copy of my book, both print and digital form. There's a link for that in the more information box. There's also a link to our website where you can check out our free blogs, other videos, some funny, some serious like these. You can also check out my fact sheet that proves the authenticity of Christianity. And you can also check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks, guys. Share this video with a friend.